What's up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. If you want daily crypto news, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's dive right into this one. So there has been a plethora of news across the board. Hope you all had a happy new year. I am back, and this is going to be a little controversial as always. Just to preface and give a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is based off of my opinion and the several years of research I have done. So believe what you wish, and I will do the same. I am holding my XRP. I am accumulating XRP as we dip, and I am not going anywhere. I think in the weeks and months ahead, all of us are going to actually believe, just a little bit, the majority are going to believe it for fact, that XRP may die and go to zero entirely. I will tell you this right now. I will not be capitulating. I will not be giving into the FUD. And this is, I know exactly what I'm willing to risk, and I understand the potential upside in doing so. So please decide for yourselves. You guys have my empathy. I'm not going anywhere, so hopefully you enjoy this video. First off, if you have been in the XRP community for maybe the past 2 years at least, you guys know this gentleman, Glenn Hutchins. Please look him up, do some research about him. Of course, we know that he is a board member on Digital Currency Group, DCG, alongside Barry Silberts. Now, we understand that DCG also is a shareholder early on of the company Ripple, so no surprise there. Deep connections, of course, and interest in XRP's valuation. And as we keep going, I'm sure you guys remember the old videos. We have Bank XRP uploaded some, and I think this is the clip actually. It's an hour long though. And we have Darren Moore. And Glenn Hutchins is talking to Jay Clayton, former SEC chairman, like his, like it's his son, his naive little son, as he slaps in there in that clip. And he goes on to say, price is a distraction, value is in the protocol. And I think many people miss this because they don't remember what Chris Larson has said for years, referring to Ripple, referring to even XRP when it was called Ripples back in the day. I just think this is a lot deeper. And if you guys watch that 6-minute video clip I uploaded before this video of this gentleman, it's Gary Cohn, at least that's how his last name's pronounced on Bloomberg. He's the former COO at Goldman Sachs, and of course the former chief economic advisor for Donald Trump. So these people are highly connected. They know what's going on in the space. In my opinion, price is just a distraction. So this can be controversial, but if it helps you start stimulate thinking, and I may not be 100% right, I don't expect to be, but I just want you guys to question things. Do not take news at face value, please. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that previous video too, of even Alessio Rastani saying, that little quote that I like referring to news and taking it at face value, because that is so true. So first off, we've had some crazy couple days. We have Bitcoin soaring past all-time high again. We have Tether volume increasing more than ever before. This is artificially propping up the market, in my opinion. Yes, I'm quite cynical, but we have the global cryptocurrency market at $842 billion. Could we get to $1 trillion? Let me know your thoughts down below. Would not surprise me, and of course this is just a taste, because I think that we'll be in the dozens of trillions in the future when utility comes, when it's not just largely speculative or store value narratives or Tether minting as much currency and value out of nowhere that's backed by nothing. So I know we criticize the US dollar, but this is the same thing, so please be wary. All right, next. We have privacy coins being delisted out of nowhere. We have Bittrex delisting privacy coins, Monero, Zcash, and Dash, all down double-digit percentages following the announcement that Bittrex will be delisting privacy coins on January 15th. Now, I think you guys have known my point or my stance on privacy coins for a while now, as I've tried to be very verbal about it. I love the message for privacy coins. All you guys that hold it, I wish you luck. I'm not getting involved in privacy coins. I get the value, but with regulators, it's a scary place. There's tons of underlying potential. Could we moon? Yes. But for now, they can control the on-ramps. So you go on these exchanges in the on-ramps of where the water flows. They can put a dam up and stop that liquidity, that water, that money to flow into that asset and cut it off entirely. So when I wanted to sell and I 10x'd my money with Monero, for example, if there's no liquidity, I can't get out, or there's going to be slippage and I'm going to get hit with a bunch of costs. So my personal choice is looking at utility-based tokens, because in the long term, the holders of utility-based projects are going to win. Right now, yes, it's painful. It's the Wild West. You're watching assets going up 50% when XRP is going down or, trending sideways. It's all a mental game. And I guarantee, and I've done this before, the second you go chase an asset that's 50% up, boom, it's going to collapse in a few weeks, and then XRP would go up. And you're literally just going to keep losing by trying to do these swing trades without being tactical. That is just my personal opinion. Of course, you can win, but to me, that's a lot more like gambling, all right? So this came out of nowhere, pretty interesting, even on Yahoo Finance, and maybe they have given a reason now because this was yesterday, but they gave no reason for the removals. So be wary of other exchanges, and there's a big difference between delisting an asset altogether permanently and merely halting trading. I'm betting my life that Coinbase, all these main exchanges in the US are going to open up XRP markets in the coming months. There's no doubt in my mind. There's a lot of money to flow, and a little controversial. I don't expect you guys to believe me, but I think this is just all a game of how the game is played. So I know I was tweeting this and I was letting you guys know the SEC, they praise and pretend that they're here to protect investors. I call BS. If they did, they would have done something years ago for Ripple and XRP. Why are they talking about running a validator on the XRP ledger years ago? Why did Ripple meet with Jay Clayton and the Trump administration years ago, making sure their ducks are in a row? This is all just a FUD campaign to me, and if you don't believe that, that's fine. I'm not taking every piece of news at face value, and I've already had these price targets in mind before this 50% candle came down, unlike the majority of people, and this is all documented, so there's no arguing that. Right here. I think this is just how the game is played. Halt trading on majority of exchanges so the everyday Joe doesn't even know how to buy XRP. Only the savvy investors like us with many on-ramps and understanding pairs and pairings can get on and even have a chance to buy the dip. And that's just my opinion. I do not think we are bottomed out. I hope if you guys think we're bottomed out, we're going to the moon. I want that nothing more. I have my XRP. I'm accumulating. I have plenty. But something doesn't feel right. So I still have 1 or 2 drops ahead of us as well. All right, and I think the wealthy institutional players, they may have the opportunity to buy very, very low prices in the coming weeks and months. And when price goes back to 30 cents or 50 cents, they open up trading for us, us minnows again. Awesome. And that's just how the game is played in my eyes. Now, I'm going to keep ranting here because there's just a bunch of information. I want to show you some cool clips in this one as well. But just remember this. The most successful investors believed in their asset when 99% of people didn't. I believe in XRP when it matters most. I'm not here when XRP is at 50 cents saying, yeah, I believe in it. No, I'm believing in it when everybody doesn't. And I'm buying it when everybody's fearful. Just like in March 2020 when we saw XRP at 11 cents. I am all in and I am a believer in this asset. I'm not coming back when it's convenient. So I'll be buying and holding. If we go lower, same concept. Some of us are a different breed. And honestly, the majority misunderstanding that is a compliment. So I believe it when it matters most, when we're low. All right? So we'll keep going here. Right here. So I laugh when people say XRP is going to zero. Look at the big money. The phrase, follow the money. All right? Well, how about you beat the money? Try to be a little more proactive with this space. So we have Grayscale. They have faith in their XRP, and I know the holdings changed. This is an older picture, but they had $18 million assets under management for XRP. They're a shareholder in the company Ripple, and then you look at the people behind them, and you just wonder. All right, now interesting. They have Zcash in their holdings too. All right, so just question everything, guys. Value is in the protocol. Glenn Hutchins, a little smarter than these cartoon characters you see on Twitter that have never even made $1 million. All right. So we'll keep going here. I wanted to show you this. Crypto Whale, definite follow on Twitter. Grayscale Trust has made their largest purchase of XRP ever after scooping up another 12.5 million essentially coins or tokens on New Year's Eve after massive panic selling. So why are they accumulating? What do they know? Are they just taking a risk? Or do you think that they're already pretty in touch with the regulators? And again, I'm going to go through this. Please understand. Glenn Hutchins, right here. He's on stage with his little boy that doesn't know anything, Jay Clayton. This is all an act, in my opinion. This has been planned for quite some time. We had even, not the former SEC chairman, but the other gentleman from the SEC, the enforcer. He said XRP is not a security. The worst case is maybe the executives get fined for something or exchanges get fined for sales, but XRP will not be classified. So don't fall for that garbage, all right? Doesn't change my mind whatsoever. I just wanted to share that. So talking about that, you guys can look at these numbers. They're always changing too, so you can go to Grayscale Investment Holdings as well and see the amount they hold. And of course, the value of XRP changes that as well. Now, right here, and I completely agree with the sentiment. I'm pretty sure I said this before too, but right here, I guarantee that in the future, these exchanges will all relist XRP or at least open up trading. The SEC lawsuit is not a death sentence for XRP, the digital asset, like all these Bitcoin maxis have painted it to be. It will provide clarity for the entire space. So a win for XRP is a win for crypto. If you hold Ethereum, if you hold ADA, if you are wishing for XRP to die here, you're sick, because that's actually not good for your assets either. And I hold all of those assets I just named, by the way. And once done, it will boost investors' confidence in XRP. Also, Asian crypto exchanges delisting XRP after this US SEC lawsuit just proves it is a coordinated plan to create panic and fear, deepening the correction of XRP going lower, which retail is selling at yearly lows. Big institutions like Grayscale are purchasing millions at this level. So please, just, what is the smart money doing? If you see the FUD of the majority of people on Twitter, the everyday Joe, that's when I'm bullish. And it's just so funny that people don't see this time and time again. All right? It's happening. So I'm going to show you this quick clip. This is 38 seconds. Of course, it's one of those things I think that Bank XRP shared, but I want you guys to listen to this. All right? So Jay Clayton, former SEC chairman, Glenn Hutchins, and Gary Cohn.
I want to go back to something we talked about around monetary policy, which is if this happens, which I say if, I think you're saying when.
And they're talking about crypto adoption. If this, regulation happens, or if crypto becomes mainstream, what's going to happen, all right?
I get it.
So he says if, Glenn obviously just says when, and he's the quoted to say value is in the protocol, literally just like Larson.
I think you're saying when. I get it.
You have a little bit more to do with the if than we do. I'm just kidding.
No, and look, Jay, my view is it's happening.
Yeah.
Right. What is the U.S.'s role?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's where
I'm gonna go further
point.
because
do my right hand. Yes, you're right.
Yes, because we're both involved.
And guys, please, if you are even cynical and thinking, the SEC chairman right here, these guys, their net worth eclipses him. Please understand, this is just a game of how the money is played. Big money controls this market. If you're really going to believe every government entity, every press release, you probably shouldn't watch this channel, because I actually try to be a contrarian more so.
Involved in companies that are doing it. Mm-hmm. We'd like to do it here, but we're going to do it.
Well, let me ask this back to
with or without America. So just wanted to show you that clip. Now again, Glenn Hutchins, please do some reading on him right here. Just Federal Reserve Bank of New York has a little jot about him, of course. Member of the investment board of Singapore's Government Investment Corporation. Singapore, great and friendly jurisdiction for crypto, in tandem with Switzerland, Japan, all these jurisdictions. So you guys decide for yourselves. I think there's a lot more that goes to all of this, okay? So again, Barry Silbert, you guys know him. I literally do this in my free time, and of course, I know many of you do, but I go through all these guys and look through their LinkedIns and kind of connections, and yeah, it's all dot connecting until it isn't. And if this can help me make a smarter decision, so be it, all right? So we'll keep going here. Grayscale, of course, pay no mind. I'm not worried about the average Joe that has, 1,000 XRP, 100,000 XRP capitulating. That's not what governs my decision whatsoever, all right? Digital Currency Group, of course, their subsidiary, Grayscale Investments, no surprise. Now, just listen to here really quick, like 10 seconds of Glenn Hutchins again. This is on Yahoo Finance.
Travis had been the head of investments for Digital Currency Group, which is one of the leading cryptocurrency companies where I sit on the board, and I'm a shareholder. And so the first thing this is that these are two of the best investors kind of in the space.
No doubt. All right. We'll keep going here. Let's see. So Gary Cohn, again, as I've already covered, COO of Goldman Sachs, National Economic Council, and then right here, Chief Economic Advisor to Donald Trump. So these are very powerful people. This is, not my opinion. This is these gentlemen. They see what's coming and they understand what DLT will do for this entire system. And crypto assets are a crucial, mission critical component of all of this. Please just listen to Brian Brooks, all right? And if you guys remember, Brian Brooks saying regulations, and I'll have to show it in another video, but I did retweet it, a cool clip of the podcast, almost just hinting at all of this coming. All right, Roth Economy. Again, Happy New Year to everybody, including the guy at the SEC who runs an XRP ledger node. This is all a game. All the world is a stage. Kraken as well, another exchange that may actually just keep XRP trading in tandem with Uphold.com. So be sure to have different on-ramps ready, get verified so you can withdraw the max amount of money you're capable to do so. And that is how I'm preparing for this market to hopefully be able to buy the dip. All right, Kraken 2020 global expansion. They are one of the only cryptocurrency exchanges that has a U.S. banking charter license. All right, very powerful stuff. Access to the financial system is being democratized and new participants are entering the marketplace. Ripple is an investor in Kraken from years ago too. And yes, I know people see those Kraken tweets dissing on XRP. All the world's a stage. Launched in Japan and Australia. Awesome. So we'll keep going here. And then Andrew Zell, as I've already referenced, found out about the SEC lawsuit on the darkest day of 2020, December 21st. So funny. Next, right here, Tether's biggest rival now has $4 billion market capitalization, USDC, USD coin. Pay close attention to them, related to Circle, another group I believe will be going public in the future. Please just pay close attention to them. I do not hold Tether. I'm not taking the risk. If they wanted to freeze it, you guys have heard my other videos. Please be safe. If I can save one person from losing money, it'll all be worth it. It's too scary for me. All right? I'm a chicken when it comes to Tether. Right here, and we've heard this before, we've heard Ripple say this, so I know I was laughing so hard when I saw this. Tether and me and many other pages have been essentially trying to point towards, doing an audit for this group, just like, people preach to do an audit for the Federal Reserve. Right here, Tether actively works with the global regulators and law enforcement agencies. Furthermore, Tether enforces rigorous KYC, know your customer, AML, anti-money laundering procedures, and deploys state-of-the-art technologies to monitor transaction activity and the risk profile of token holders. Tether tokens, USDT, are fully backed by Reserve and are issued pursuant to market demand. I do not believe that one bit. All right, we've heard Ripple say we work with regulators, blah 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 blah. But this is the group I'm actually afraid of going under, because I understand the ramifications of the entire crypto space. So it does freak me out. Now, what else I want to cover, guys? Just to emphasize, because I know I said this a few videos ago, the XRP community right now, and we're sitting at 22 cents. Guys, I found XRP at half a penny in early 2017, and my only regret was not buying more, because it was so hard to buy it back then, specifically in the US. Just going through all these exchanges, not knowing what the heck to do. And again, the XRP community is more tense than March 2020. And for good reason. I do not blame anybody for freaking out. But personally, I'm not worried. And maybe that's confirmation bias, but I'm not worried. And if you guys get a chance, go watch this video. This is Cyflux on Twitter, right here. It's called XRP Isn't a Security, No Fear. Little motivational clip. I encourage all of you guys, if you need a pick-me-up, go watch this. All right, really well done. And I think there's so much more FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I think there's a bunch of division coming ahead. Just like, the Ripple execs, dumping all these narratives, and everybody's tearing each other apart. I'm not going to partake in arguments with you guys on Twitter. I'm going to be putting out my thoughts. Watch me or don't, because I believe that the best is yet to come, and I think that it's not going to be easy whatsoever. All I know is there's going to be fear for all markets. It's not just going to be XRP. It's not just going to be privacy coins. You're going to see more and more assets take a correction, and there's going to be the most fearful thing ever. There's going to be news about failing, lawsuits, or whatever, and people, the everyday Joe, average Joe, is going to believe that they're actually going to zero. They're going to capitulate. Boom, institutions buy the bottom yet again, and then it's game on for good. That is the way I see it. Just my opinion. Please come to your own decision, guys. I know we live largely in a society where everybody's busy, and essentially we just want somebody to tell us what to do. So be mindful of that. All right? So I've been trying to talk about that. Not to sound like a little cheerleader like always, but I think we are going to feel so hardcore when XRP, after it comes out of this mess, and I believe it will. I'm not downplaying anything. Yes, we have a very bumpy road ahead. It's not going to be easy. It'll be fearful, but it's not going to faze me. And not everyone is meant to survive the war, right? There are still plenty of these things going on, are still allegations. We're waiting for clarity, all right? Now, also, when you are looking at the market overall, understand emotions cloud our perspective the majority of the time. Even the most intelligent people are affected without knowing it. If you're looking at assets, you're drawing trend lines, and you obviously hold that asset and you want it to go up, you're going to be looking for bullish scenarios. If you sold that asset and you're shorting it, you're going to look for bearish scenarios. You're only going to see on the chart when it goes down. You have to try to have that balance. You can see both. And I think, it's an ongoing struggle, a game of spinning plates and finding that balance. But I think we're in for quite a surprise. So do not, be afraid if anything pulls back. This is the sign of a market, an asset class maturing. And just like, Michelle Bond, I believe, of Ripple, saying it's the sign of a maturing market when they go through dumps and just crash completely. You think it's going to zero, you're crying, etc. And then they recover and develop strong liquidity within those order books. That makes me so bullish, guys. So bullish. So all of these things are temporary. Just remind yourself of that. We saw $1 billion of XRP transactions for real financial institutions, solving real problems for real customers, not us just buying and holding Bitcoin. This is bigger than us, and I'm not leaving before utility actually ramps up. XRP right now, even Ripple's targeting a $155 trillion market that is cross-border. Why the heck would you leave when our market cap is at 10 billion and the volume is that low? Do you know what will happen when volume starts increasing steadily? We're integrated with some of the top technology providers in the world, and yet everyday Joe is selling it because they heard about a security narrative. Please, I'm not going anywhere. All right. So overall, be wary of Tether. Be wary of privacy coins. Decide for yourselves, guys. Own whatever you want. I'm rooting for you guys. I just want people to be protected. Only invest what they're willing to lose. And I think we're going to get out of this mess for XRP. And if you guys want to know my holdings for XRP and my standpoint in view of all of this, watch this video. This is Cyflux right here. I'm not going to play it for copyright purposes. XRP isn't a security. No fear. Check this out. I am in the same boat as this gentleman. I'm talking 3 to 4 years of accumulating life savings in this asset class. I know people that hold millions of US dollars worth of XRP. I'm not going anywhere, and it's not because I'm going to try to go sink with the ship. It's because I believe this is just one of the greatest bull traps, one of the greatest shakeouts that we have ever seen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to share this with, a loved one, like the video, and I will see you in the next one.